for like $1.25 an hour. Zero corporate accounts. Zero hoops to jump through.
Right. Just completely frictionless.
Exactly. As of this week, that's not some hypothetical roadmap feature on Nodexo. It's their new baseline. So, welcome to this week's Deep Dive.
Glad to be here.
Since you already know your way around Nodexo and the broader Bittenzohr ecosystem, we're just skipping the basics today. We're looking at two major moves that dropped almost simultaneously this week.
Yeah, a massive expansion in high-end data center hardware and a really strategic price slashing.
Right. It's kind of like they just upgraded a high-performance engine. They've added way bigger cylinders, which is the hardware, but they're also making the fuel, the renting part, much cheaper to get the whole thing revving.
It's a very deliberate adjustment to the network's tokenomics. Like they are pulling two levers at once to balance the supply and the demand.
So let's look at the supply side first. Nodexo just opened the gates for some incredibly heavy iron. I mean, the H100 NVLs are newly supported in 1 to 2 configurations.
And the B200s are getting that exact same treatment now.
Yeah, but the one that actually made me pause was the RTX PRO 6000 Blackwell Server Edition.
Oh, yeah, the massive one.
Right, the expanded registration all the way up to a 1 to 8 configuration. And, I mean, I have to be honest here. Who is actually going to utilize a massive 8X Blackwell rig on a decentralized network right now?
Wow.
It just feels like laying down a 10-lane highway before anyone in town even owns a car.
It does seem premature if you only look at current network traffic.
Right.
But for decentralized compute to ever actually compete with AWS or Azure, it has to prove it can handle true enterprise-scale workloads.
So it's about signaling.
Exactly. By onboarding 8X Blackwell configs now, Nodexo is basically signaling to larger AI labs that the infrastructure is ready for serious parameter training, not just like weekend tinkering.
But that creates a massive immediate problem, doesn't it? A provider drops a small fortune on a multi-GPU Blackwell rig, they connect it to the network, and if it just sits idle...
They're just burning money on electricity.
And depreciation. If they aren't getting rented, those providers will pull their hardware and just go elsewhere.
Which is exactly why the second update had to happen right now. Building the supply is dangerous if you don't instantly induce the demand to sustain it.
So a fleet of rocket ships needs pilots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The community pointed it out. The network needs renters, not just more GPUs. So to keep those high-end rigs online, Nodexo aggressively slashed on-demand rental prices across the board.
So instead of a traditional cloud model where they try to squeeze margins, they're just undercutting the market to floor the demand pedal.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, we're talking 30 cents an hour for an RTX A6000.
The crazy.
31 cents for a 4090, and like I mentioned at the top, $1.25 for an A100.
And that mighty Blackwell rig we were just talking about.
Yeah, $1.52 an hour. I mean, how does the network even sustain this economically? AWS charges exponentially more for that exact same A100 compute. What's the mechanism that allows Nodexo to just give this away for pocket change?
Well, it really comes down to how the gateway contract handles the payment. When you rent that compute, you're paying in USDC per GPU hour.
Okay.
In a centralized system, that payment just goes to a corporate bottom line. But in Nodexo's architecture, a portion of that settlement is actually used to buy and add stake back into the subnet.
Wait, really? So by simply paying for cheaper compute, the renter they're passively increasing the total stake that secures the network.
Yes, exactly. Think of the network's subnet emissions share like a gravitational pull.
Okay, I'm with you.
The more compute gets rented, the more stake is generated. That increased stake acts like extra mass, creating a stronger gravitational pull.
Which draws in more network rewards from the wider Bittenzohr ecosystem.
You got it. It's brilliant for the ecosystem.
Okay, that makes total sense. Every rental, even at these dirt cheap rates, spins the flywheel. The hardware operator gets immediate USDC revenue to cover their costs, but the network as a whole gains gravitational weight.
Yeah, which lifts Nodexo's emission share. And the brilliance of lowering the barrier to entry is the total lack of friction.
Right.
You don't need a massive enterprise budget to access this hardware anymore. You just need a terminal and a wallet signature to authorize the command.
So if you're building AI agents or training models or just tinkering around, you suddenly have this golden opportunity.
World-class verified hardware in a single command.
And it's completely pay-as-you-go with absolutely no corporate gatekeeping. It's just a massive shift in how compute is distributed.
We're literally watching the network mature in real time. Securing top-tier hardware while simultaneously forcing prices down ensures that the infrastructure actually gets utilized.
Instead of just acting as a speculative asset.
Exactly.
It fundamentally changes the math for developers, which leaves you with an interesting thought for the week as we wrap up this deep dive.
What's that?
As decentralized, verified compute becomes this cheap and this frictionless to access, how long until individual tinkerers in their bedrooms can routinely out-innovate the centralized tech giants?
Oh, wow. That is a great question.
We will leave you to ponder that one.